Hiya, how's everyone going? Thanks for joining me. Good to see you. I hope everyone's had a nice week and that you still slightly have your sanity. As you know, my name's Charlie from the Limerick Girl and I write poems for other people. So this week I would like to share a poem with you from someone I wrote for 7 years ago. It's my departed stepdad, Ivor, who was affectionately known as Orville. Miss him lots, not due to lockdown, but yeah. So I'm going to read this because this is one of my favourites. So it's called The Story of Fred the Stork. The night was fresh, the air was clear in 1942, as Fred the Stork prepared his wings for the flight that he was due. He was the most respected stork, no baby he'd let fall. He'd crashed just once and kept the feathers hanging on the wall. His name was Fred, to which was known by all his party friends. He'd drink and party, liked to smoke, and ladies by the 20. He liked a bird with nice big breasts and cars that drove so fast. He was the playboy of the stork, but known for passing gas. A sporty stork was Fred, who followed rugby with a passion. He'd drink his ale as Elvis played, he'll not go out of fashion. He loved to fly, above all else, it really was his love. He'd carry babies in his beak, delivered from above. Now, Fred knew nothing of that night as wings began to flap. With baby Ivor in his beak, the wind blew on his back. He knew his destination was the Enoch family. A condom shop in Acock's Green would host their son-to-be. But as Fred passed the Middle East with camels on the sand, a satellite in space backfired and hit them with a bang. What happened then is not quite known, as Fred and Babe dodged death. Fred the Stork just soldiered on, he had a fighter's breath. The years went by and Ivor grew, and unbeknownst to him, that stork and he had joined as one. Fred lived on from within. There was one problem that occurred from that eventful night. That satellite beam interfered with something out of sight. Every item Ivor touched, with power running through it, he sent it AWOL, effed it up, he'd know not what to do. From toasters to computers, there was nothing he'd leave safe. He'd mess up sat-navs, mobile phones, and printers misbehave. So if you meet him, keep your things and don't allow him touch, for Ivoritis will infect all things within his clutch. So now you know the story of his journey here in sorts. Remember Ivor's journey, on with that of Fred the Stork. Thinking of you, Orville, we love you. So that's Fred the Stork. And now this week's Limerick goes to someone that I miss loads and that I know is struggling in lockdown with the lack of support and human contact. So this one goes out to you. There once was young mammy named Jew, with two gorgeous boys schooling too. Now insanity's peaked, 'cause the baby won't sleep, and she watch as the mess, how it grew. Now, messed up that at the beginning. If you would like a lockdown limerick read out for someone that you miss, then send me on their name, age, if it's appropriate, where they're from, and then two things about them. So a hobby, likes or dislikes. Or if you would like to address a certain situation, then just tell me a little bit briefly about what's going on for them. And we'll see. I can't obviously read all of them out, but I'll do my best to do a few. Okay, so next week I will be reading the story of Cupid. So I'd love to see you. Thanks for dropping by. Stay safe and stay well. And thanks a million for your support. Bye.